What's up, I'm Joe. Before you ask, sometimes I wear my glasses, sometimes I don't. So, humans, right? It seems like humans are always dividing. Not like cells. I mean, although that would be pretty cool. I mean, anytime we get into a room, we tend to divide ourselves into two groups. Think about when you go to class. You have the students and the teacher. Or maybe you're at work or school and you're giving a presentation and you feel kind of cut off from the others in the room, right? Like you're pointing at your diorama and forgetting your words, and Phil is like asleep back there in the corner, and Tracy is texting, and you're trying to pay attention. Obviously you're texting Tracy. It's not as sneaky as you think it is. And it's not just school or work. We do this everywhere. Servers and customers, parents and children, actor and audience. We don't notice because we're used to it, but don't you think it's strange that every situation we're in, we're divided into at least two groups? It's like we can't function with homogeneity. And I think this has to do with the nature of communication. You see, messages are directional. They need a sender and a receiver. This is how conversation works. First I say something and you listen, and then you say something and I listen. We take turns sending and receiving messages. We often compliment the way someone speaks. Well said! In our society, sending a message well is a virtue. But I think it's harder for us to remember that a message is meaningless unless there's someone to receive it. Unless someone who understands English is watching this video, I might as well be babbling. In other words, if there's no one to receive the message, it might as well not get sent. Which brings us to you, the gentle viewer. A while ago I talked about the negatives of separating ourselves into artists and their fans, and that's still true. I think it's a mistake to think that you can't make your own art just because you can't paint like Mozart or compose music like Van Gogh. But I maintain that the most important part of any piece of art is the listener, the audience. We tend to talk about experiencing art in selfish terms. You're consuming the art to enrich yourself. But being an audience member is actually quite a charitable act, and it's an artistic act. By reading a book, you become part author in the story. When you listen to music, you are part composer of that piece, and by watching this video, you are part of its creation. This is true in the physiological sense that your eyes are sending light images to your brain, which is interpreting them, so the video is literally taking place inside your head, but also true in the sense that without you, without someone watching it, the existence of this video is perfectly meaningless. And now in the internet age, an individual audience member has a bigger hand in making the art that they love possible than anyone ever in history ever before. By liking and upvoting and subscribing and commenting and sharing and backing Kickstarters and all of the other things that put a very real, tangible value to word of mouth. This is why YouTubers are always saying like, subscribe, and share. We're not just blowing smoke. Well, okay, mostly we're blowing smoke, but on this, we're actually correct. Sharing is what drives the internet economy, and I know on an individual granular level it seems really, really incremental, but it makes a huge difference. Each one of my videos that you share makes it easier for me to make more videos. So in short, what art gets created, what messages get sent, from games to music to videos to books to everything, is in your hands, and you vote by sharing. All art is made to be experienced, and without a listener, an audience, the artist might as well just be babbling to himself. Now I know there are going to be a lot of people in the comments saying, no, but I write in my journal and I draw pictures and it's not for anybody else, it's just for me. And yeah, I think this is valid actually. You can be your own audience. Emily Dickinson did it. But art without an external audience I think is more in the realm of meditation than an artistic act. It's like the actual act of creating the thing is what you're going for instead of having the art to share. Unless you eventually present your art to someone else, your art hasn't really done what art is meant to do, which is to communicate. So watching, listening, audiencing of any kind is truly an artistic act. It allows the message to be sent, to exist. So I want to thank you for helping me make my art. Without you on the other side of that screen, it couldn't happen. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being there. 100 XP. 50 for watching, and 50 more for making it possible. Peace and love.